still lives, still heals, still forgives. My brothers and sisters, listen to me. We live in a world where men kill in the name of power, where they build walls instead of bridges, where they exploit the weak and call it politics. But Jesus, he gave his life for the weak. He broke walls of hate. He said, "Let the little children come to me." Do you understand the depth of that? He opened his arms to the smallest, the poorest, the forgotten. He saw value where others saw nothing. And I said to that girl, "Do you know why your question matters? Because the world has forgotten love, the world has forgotten mercy, but Jesus is the reminder. He is the voice that whispers to our hearts when we are lost." He says, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Who else says that? Tell me who forgives while nailed to a cross, who prays for his enemies as they kill him. That is love beyond human understanding. That is love, because who is love? Who prays. And when I said this, I saw tears in the eyes of people who thought they were strong, men who carry guns, women who have buried their children. They cried not because of my words, but because deep inside every soul longs for that kind of love. A love that does not betray. A love that does not end. I continued, my brothers, my sisters, if the world lived like Jesus taught, would we have hunger? Would we have war? Would we have oppression? No, because Jesus did not teach hate. He did not teach greed. He did not teach division. He taught love your neighbor as yourself. He taught blessed are the peacemakers. He taught blessed are the peacemakers. If leaders understood that, we would not see nations burning. If corporations understood that, we would not see children starving while vaults overflow with gold. If every human understood that, this earth would be a paradise. I looked back at that little girl and I said, Jesus is not a story. He is not a holiday. He is not a painting on a wall. He is life. He is truth, and truth does not age. Truth does not die. And then I asked her, do you know why I fight? Do you know why I stand against those who exploit my people? Because I learned from men like Jesus. I learned that silence in the face of injustice is betrayal. I learned that life without love is death in disguise. I learned that the greatest power is not in weapons, but in hearts that refuse to hate. And I could see her little lips trembling like she wanted to say something but could not. So I bent down, took her hand and said, never let this world make you forget Jesus. Not because of religion, not because of ritual, but because of his love, because of his truth, because of his light. My brothers and sisters, when that moment ended, I realized something. The question of that child was not for me. It was for all of us. Who is Jesus to you? Is he just a name in a book, or is he the compass of your soul? Is he a memory, or is he a living truth in your actions? Because if he is only a story, then the world will keep bleeding. But if he is a guide, then there is hope. And so I told everyone in that hall, do not speak of Jesus if you cannot live like him. Do not praise his name while hating your neighbor. Do not build churches and forget the poor. Do not shout, Lord, Lord, and then oppress the weak. If you love him, live him, because his message was simple. Love God, love people, everything else is noise. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the truth. That is why, when a little girl asked me about Jesus, I could not give her politics. I could not give her empty words. I had to give her my heart. Because Jesus is not theory. Jesus is not debate. Jesus is life. Jesus is love. And love is the only power that will never fall. Remember this, my brothers and sisters. One day, every throne will be empty. Every single one. The golden chairs of kings, the high seats of presidents, the mighty offices of power. Silent, abandoned, covered in dust. The palaces that men kill to sit in will become ruins for tourists. The crowns that glitter under the sun will turn to rust. Thrones do not last forever. No matter how high you sit today, tomorrow the ground will claim you. And not just thrones. Every empire will vanish. The empires we read about in books, the Romans, the Persians, the great dynasties, they were once so powerful that people thought they would last forever. But where are they now? Broken statues, forgotten languages, stories in history classes. And the empires of today, the nations that think they own the world, the corporations that think they can buy everything, they too will fall. The wealth they hoard will rot. The buildings they build will crumble, and every name will fade. Even the names carved in stone will erode. The names sung in anthems will become whispers in the wind. Do you understand what I am saying? There is no name that time will not erase, except one. The name of Jesus, that name does not belong to time. It does not bow to history. It does not age. It does not rust. It does not fade. That name lives in the hearts of billions. That name is written not on stone, but on souls. And that, my brothers and sisters, is why it echoes through eternity. Because Jesus was not a king who ruled by fear. He was not a conqueror who marched with armies. He was a servant who washed the feet of his followers. He was a shepherd who left the 99 for the one. And because of that, his name carries a power that no weapon can destroy, no empire can silence, no time can erase. Crowns break, crowns fall when heads fall, but love does not break. Love is eternal, and Jesus is love. Pure, uncorrupted, unconditional love. A love that does not ask, "What can you give me?" but asks, "What can I give you?" A love that does not demand thrones but sacrifices itself on a cross. A love that forgives even while bleeding. Do you understand how deep that is? This world builds monuments of stone, but they crack. It writes laws, but they change. It builds nations, but they collapse. Yet the simple words of Jesus, love one another, have outlived every kingdom, every dynasty, every crown, and they will outlive every empire still standing today. So when you walk out of here, remember this truth. Do not chase crowns, do not worship empires, do not sell your soul for a name in the sand, because the sand will blow away, the sea will wash it, the earth will swallow it. But build your life on love, because love is eternal. And when you do, you will find Jesus, because Jesus and love are one. One day, the earth will be silent. The voices of kings, the boasts of tyrants, the slogans of politicians, they will all be gone. But one voice will still echo in the hearts of men. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That voice will never die. That, my brothers and sisters, is why we stand. That is why we fight for justice. Not because we crave power, but because we believe in love. And love, real love, cannot lose. It cannot die. It cannot break. Because crowns break, empires break, names break, but love does not. And Jesus is love. So my brothers and sisters, let us live like that. Let us fight for justice like that. Let us fight for justice like that. Let us raise our children like that. Because if the world ever understands what Jesus truly stood for, then wars will cease, hate will die, and humanity will finally be free.